All right. I want to see how well you people think you know me. As I read this question out, I want you to take a guess at my response to this question. Would you take a bank loan out to drop towards a deposit of a house, bro? Funny enough, I actually thought about taking out a personal loan so that I can put down a deposit on a property. A few months back, when I was in the process of remortgaging this property so that I can raise capital, so that I can buy a next property, I was sitting here, my girl was sitting over there, and as you lot know already, she's a mortgage broker. Funny enough, I don't even use her, I know a guy that I use. So when I was thinking about raising capital and, you know what I'm saying, trying to get as much money together to buy another property and that, something just popped into my head. I'm like, hold on a minute, why can't someone take out a personal loan to put down a deposit for a property? You know, people take out loans for businesses all the time and that. So I asked her, like, do you think it's possible? So anyway, with her company, obviously she's got a group chat and that, and I'm sure there's like one, maybe two managers in the group chat with her work colleagues. So I said, put in the group chat, see what someone says. See if your manager or one of the managers there or one of your work colleagues knows, who's been in the game a bit longer. So she put in the group chat, is it possible to use a personal loan to put down as a deposit for a property? And surprisingly, I'm sure the response was, because it happened a few months ago, I'm sure the response was, there are one or two lenders that will actually allow you to use a personal loan as a deposit for a property. Few and far in between. But I'm sure the response was, it is possible. And when I say it's possible, I don't mean you've taken out this personal loan, but you've lied to your mortgage broker who's going to lie to the mortgage lender. No, it's all out in the open. This person has taken out this personal loan and they're going to use it for a deposit for a property. I'm sure the response was, it is possible, but there's few and far in between. And you know what? If I could take out a personal loan for like 50k, I would use that to put down on a fucking property. Blood. The theme and the whole reasoning behind me trying to get properties, and I'm trying to get as much properties as soon as possible. That's why I don't believe in saving up capital and buying a property when you can remortgage and leverage your existing properties to buy properties. Obviously, I'm going to save up capital and cash as much as I can to buy properties. What I'm saying is, I'm going to play the remortgaging game. I'm going to extract as much money from my existing properties to buy other properties. I am not waiting 5-10 years time to save up money for 5 years, then buy another property, then save up for another 5 years, buy another property. I'm not going to live till I'm 200 years old, blood. Plus, man's trying to retire in the next 15 years. So I'm trying to raise as much capital as soon and as fast as possible to buy properties. So yeah, if it was possible, the only thing is, obviously, if you take out a personal loan, it possibly, I'm not even promoting no one not do it. I'm saying look into it yourself. It may lower your credit score, possibly, but you need to get in touch with a mortgage broker and that. The reason why I don't really use my girl is because when I was trying to remortgage this house, they were saying, oh, it's going to be a conflict of interest because she lives in the house and that. So I didn't even use her to do the mortgage for this property and that. I used a guy that I know. But I would advise, if it's possible, if it's legal, take out a personal loan to put down a deposit for a property and that. Even if, let's say for example, yeah, you take out a personal loan for 50 grand, yeah, and your monthly payments are £500. And then you use that money to put down a deposit for a property, and your monthly payments on that mortgage are like £300 or whatever. Let's say the revenue from that buy-to-let property generates £1,000, yeah? So you're paying about £500 from the principal personal loan, £300 towards the mortgage, and then the revenue that's generated from that property is £1,000. So there's a difference of £200. Let's just say you're breaking even. I would rather be sitting on a property and break even for the next few years than have no property. It's just like what I say. There's certain people out here right now, yeah? They don't want to get on the property ladder and take out a mortgage and that because the rates are sky high. So what they're going to do is they're going to wait 3, 4, 5 years for the rates to go down. But if you get hold of a property right now, that property in the next 3 to 5 years is going to go up in value. Plus, that same property that you're waiting for the rates to go down so your monthly payments are cheaper and that, now it's gone up in value over the last 5 years and that. So now you have to put down more of a deposit to get that property. I'd rather sit on a property for 4 or 5 years and break even than have no property. Because, like I said, I'm planning to leverage and borrow against those properties, the existing properties, to buy next properties. If you have no property, then you have nothing that's going to increase in value to borrow against. So yeah, I'd rather break even for 5 years and sit on a property, and then I can refinance that property and pull out money and go and buy another property, and then just keep multiplying it over the years and that, rather than have no property whatsoever. And funny enough, I'm going to find the clip for you lot. There's this, so when me and my girl eat dinner, we usually got the laptop out here, and we will sit and watch this, it's like a property program on YouTube called Luxury Home Tours, Luxury Home Show, something like that. There's typically 2 couples on it. One white boy, one white girl, and then one white boy, one Indian girl. And they just go around touring like expensive property. They don't know shitty property in Northampton where 3-bed terrace house with the neighbours bun weed. None of that bullshit, yeah. It's usually expensive properties and that. Minimum a mil, sometimes 800 grand, but it'll be an 800 grand property where all the other properties are worth 300 grand and that. I mean, 800 grand property in London is just a 3-bed terrace house in Stoke Newton and that. So there was one special episode where this guy, he didn't build the house from scratch, but he basically gutted the house and he renovated it. And towards the end, I'm going to find it for you lot. Stay tuned, yeah? Give me a few days and I'll do a quick reaction video to it. This guy admitted publicly, yeah, on the internet, that he took out a personal loan to buy a car, allegedly, but he never used that money to buy a car. And he used that money to put down a deposit for a property. And me and my girl looked at each other like, what the fuck? This guy admitting that on camera. I'm thinking to myself, if this guy is willing to admit that on camera, it might be legal to do that. Like, that would be so dumb. Like, even if he said it and thought, fuck, I said that, I shouldn't have said that, he would have got them to edit it out. No, this guy has happily left it on the internet for the world to see and that. So maybe it is legal to do that. Maybe it is even legal to say, oh yeah, I'm using the personal loan to do this, and you end up doing that or whatever, innit? Because this guy admitted it publicly on camera, and yeah, it's just out there for the world to see and that. And some people might think, oh no man, it's best to save up your money for a deposit for a property and that. What about the people that get their deposit gifted from their mum or dad? They get dropped the 20, 30 grand. What's the fucking difference? Well, we playing this game for ego now. Oh, I only want to use a deposit for a property if it's come from my own cash. Fuck all that ego shit, blood. As long as you stay within the limits of the law, I don't give a fuck, blood. I'm telling you right now, if someone, and I've spoken about this on some of my live streams and that, if someone said to me, Jay, we'll give you £1 million up front, yeah, you're going to take out a loan from us for £1 million. But you've got 2 years of you don't have to pay it back for 2 years. In that 2 years, you need to buy as much properties as possible. And then after the 2-year period, you owe us £20,000 for the next 60 months. £20,000 for the next 50 months would actually allow you to pay back that £1 million loan, because 20,000 times 50 is £1 million. But obviously they add the extra 10 months to make it 60 months in that, because they're adding interest in that. I will take on the loan. I will take on the loan for £1 million because I know how I'll be able to generate £20,000 a month easily. I'll just buy up a bunch of properties in Northampton. I know how much money I can make from them. I will take out that loan. You think I'm going to sit here and save up X amount of money for the next 20, 30 years? No, I'll take out the loan in advance and then pay it back. That's the only time I'll believe in taking out any sort of loan or finance. I'm not doing it for no fucking Mercedes. I'm not doing it to go on holiday to Bali or Dubai to show my dickhead friends on fucking Instagram and that. That's the only time I'll take out some mad amounts of money as an advance towards some sort of investment and that. And say something. Some people would be like, no, I would never do that. This is how businesses get started. It's called leveraging debt, but it's good debt, not bad debt. Bad debt is going to Bali and Dubai on financing a holiday, or driving a Mercedes, or financing an AP or Rolex watch. That's bad debt. Good debt is taking out a loan for the purpose of a business investment, whether it's a property or some sort of business in that. I'm running out of time now. Stay wise, done now. I'm going to get that video for you.